Okay, so everyone's talking about Kanye West's presidential campaign rally, and I know that a lot of people are upset about some of the things he said, and there's conversations about those things that he said, um, specifically saying something completely incorrect about Harriet Tubman. Um, I've heard Kanye West talk about his diagnosis with bipolar and some of his efforts to get treatment. So that's the only, I'm not a clinician. I'm not diagnosing him. Um, I, that's what I've heard him say that he had been diagnosed with. And I've been diagnosed with the same thing. And I have experienced a hypomanic episode, and I'm just going to read you what the Mayo Clinic says about mania, that it causes problems at work, at school, and social activities, as well as relationship difficulties. It makes you, and I've experienced these things, abnormally upbeat, jumpy, or wired. You have increased activity, energy, or agitation. I heard that word used a lot in some of the press. He seemed agitated. Well, yeah. An exaggerated sense of well being and self confidence or euphoria, but this can easily flip over and become the opposite, in my experience. You have a decreased need for sleep, but in turn, not sleeping can intensify the mania and make it worse. You are unusually talkative. You can ramble. You can say things that make no sense. You can have racing thoughts, too many things going through your head all at the same time. And sometimes this can come out seeming super creative or even fun, but it can also just sound insane because that's what it is. You can be distracted, easily distracted, distractibility. You can have poor decision making, for example, going on buying sprees, taking sexual risks, making foolish investments, or deciding to run for president. In my experience, vacillating between mania and depression can include being super emotionally labile, meaning you burst out crying in your presidential rally, or you're yelling when you shouldn't be yelling. You have difficulty organizing your thoughts. And also you can have, I've had, detachment from facts and truth and from reality. And mania can also trigger a total break from reality, which was called psychosis. And when I had this, I didn't even know who I was, okay, for like a week. When I would hear the nurses call someone else's name, I thought that was me. And I rediscovered that who is this Jessica person by reading about myself on the internet, okay? So it can go much further than that. So while it is absolutely important to correct Kanye's misstatements about important things, such as Harriet Tubman, the reason it's important is mostly because Kanye West is super famous and has a huge platform, and a lot of people might hear him say these things that aren't correct or aren't true. But it's his mental instability that is causing him to say those things and to behave erratically and speak erratically. So for me, I feel like it's important to correct what he says, but by criticizing him or saying that he's whatever you want to say, it is a little bit missing the point, because yes, it's him saying it, but he's crazy in this moment. I don't mean that as an insult. I mean that as it's true. And so I just hope that people can take away from this that this is somebody who's not well. So that anything they say maybe shouldn't be taken as truth or taken so seriously, and that people who are not famous and who are in these kinds of situations can get in very deep trouble if what they say during Mania is taken seriously. I just read about a 13-year-old biracial girl in the United States. I can't remember what state. And while she was off her medication and super manic, she did something that was, in her disordered mind, a call for help. And because our system is so fucked up, instead of sending the mental health people, they sent the police, and now she's locked up, and they're saying that she said that she was trying to kill her family. But she was manic, okay? So it is incredibly important that our media people, and particularly our legal system, recognizes that what you say when you are manic should not be held against you, should not be believed or taken so seriously, because it is a symptom of a disease. It's like blaming someone for the fever that they have, right? Your temperature goes up. That's a symptom. Saying things that may sound offensive or crazy can be a symptom of an illness, not that person's conscious, rational statements. Okay? I hope I'm clear. All right, thanks.